Hey kids, this is our rounding lesson. So as many of you have probably already talked about in second grade, there are rules to rounding. So numbers 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5 are going to tell you to round up. And when you round up, you're going to add 1 to whatever place value you're rounding to. Okay? Numbers 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is telling you to round down, and that number you're rounding to is going to stay. Okay, you will do nothing to it. You will not change it at all. Okay, so remember, 5 is the magic number that tells you this number and higher I'm going to round up. Okay, so here are the steps we're going to use when we're rounding. Okay, and here's our example, 284. First is you want to circle the digit you're rounding to. So in this example, we're going to round to the hundreds place. Okay, remember your ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay, so I've circled our hundreds place. Step 2 is to underline the digit to the right. So I did that. Okay, 3, put dashes for each place value. Well, I have 3 numbers, so I need 3 dashes in my answer. And this is just going to help remind me how many zeros I need to add. Okay? And then number 4 is do what the underlined digit says. Okay, so this is my magic number I'm looking at, 8. Okay, if I look at my magic chart here, an 8 tells me I need to round up. Okay? What that means is to add 1. Now, I don't add 1 to this digit. I add 1 to the circled digit. Okay, so this digit I've underlined is telling me what to do to the circled digit, whether I need to add 1 or keep it the same. Since this is an 8, I need to round up, which means I need to add 1 to 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. I'm going to keep that in the same place value, and then I'm finished. I just add my zeros. So 284 rounded to the nearest hundred is 300. Okay? We're going to do some practice problems together. Okay, I did a couple of them for you, and I'm going to do the rest with you now. Okay? So for 328, I'm going to round this one to the hundreds place. So remember step 1, I'm going to circle the digit I'm rounding to. Step 2, underline the digit to the right. This is the digit that tells me what to do to the circle. Okay? Step 3 is to put the dashes in my answer. I need 3. Alright, if I look at 2 and I remember our little upside down U or hill, the 2 is telling me to round down. When I round down, this number stays. So I'm going to keep it a 3, and then I'm finished with the rounding portion, so I just have to add zeros. Okay? Now in this example, and this is a harder example, taking the same number but rounding it to the tens place. Okay? I need to still look 1 to the right. I underlined it. An 8 tells me to round up, which means I must increase my 2 by 1, making it 3. This number is going to stay the same, okay? There's only one time where this number will change, and that's if this is a 9, and I've been told to increase it by 1, okay? But in this example, I keep my 3, I added 2 plus 1 is 3, and then I'm finished with the rounding part here, so I add my 0. So 328 rounds to 330, okay? Next example is just 63 to the nearest 10. Circle the digit you round to, underline the digit to the right. The digit that's underlined tells you what to do to the circle. Okay, a 3 is going to tell me to round down. I put an X to remind myself anytime I round down, I don't do anything to this number. Okay, and I had my dashes. So since I'm not going to change the 6, I will just rewrite it and then add my 0. 60. Okay, for 89, I'm going to round that to the nearest 10. So I'm going to circle the digit I'm rounding to. I'm going to underline the digit to the right. That's the one that tells me what to do. Okay, I'm going to add my 2 digits here just to help me remember how many zeros I'll need to be adding. Okay, and 9 tells me to round up. Whenever I round up, my circle digit increases by 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. Okay, a 0 goes here. Again, do not make the common error of just adding this 9 back, okay? 89 would not round to 99, okay? So 89 rounds to 90, okay? Every digit to the right of this circle will always get a 0, okay? Notice here, this got a 0, this digit got a 0. To the right of the circle here, that digit got a 0. Okay, so you're always going to be placing a 0 in the underlined number to the right. Okay, everything. All right, our last two examples, 237. First, I want to round to the nearest 100. So I'm going to circle my 2. I'm going to underline the digit to the right. That number tells me what to do to the circle. Okay, and I have 3 digits here, so I'm going to go ahead and place that. The 3 tells me to round down, and when I round down, I change nothing about that number. So I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite my 2. And remember what I just said. Every digit underlined to the right is replaced with zeros. So 237 rounds down to 200, okay? Taking this number to the nearest 10, I'll circle that digit. Underline to the right, okay? I have 3 digits, 1, 2, 3, okay? I already know that this digit here is going to be a 0 because every digit that's underlined and to the right becomes a 0. So I could go ahead and add that if I'd like. Okay, 7 tells me I need to round up. When I round up, the circled digit is going to increase, or I'm going to add 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Add my 4 here. And then again, this number is not going to change. So this rounds to 240. Okay? 237 rounds to 240. Okay? Here is your homework. I'd like for you to round questions 1 through 4 to the nearest 100. So you will be circling the digit in the hundreds place, underlining the digit to the right, okay, and each of these is going to have 3 dashes, so you have 3 places to fill in for each of these. For 5, 6, 7, and 8, I'd like you to round to the nearest 10, so you'll need to circle the tens place in each of these, okay, and underline to the right. Some of these only have 2 place values and some of them have 3. Okay? So go ahead and take the time to fill out these 8. Okay? If you need to go back and rewatch our practice problems again, please do so. All right? Good luck.